Hello, everybody. I am setting up my chat on my iPad, remembering to go into live chat. This is definitely an unscheduled live stream, but I kind of can't help myself because I just got this book in the mail. I'm going to try and adjust my camera so that you get the whole thing. There we go. This is Kanoko Agusa's newest book, Symphony of Cute Animals. It just came maybe 45 minutes ago, and I've already done a live stream, a flip through of it. And when I was flipping through it, I saw the perfect fall page, and I did not put anything to remember the page, but I will find it. Where are you? Should have put a post-it. I saw this page. I'm going to move it to kind of break the binding. I saw this page right here and make my camera straight. Give me a second. I learned a little bit about lighting, but I'm not completely happy with my lighting. But this is the best I can do until I get some ring lights. But I think that's the best white balance that you're going to get. So when I was going through this book, considering that it is the third week of October, we're still in the month of fall, we're in the fall or autumn season, I thought, why not do this book? It has two beautiful kittens in it and an orange pumpkin. So I grabbed this huge case here. This case here, you can barely see it, but I have my Mitsubishi Unis, my Koh-i-Noor polycolors, and my Crayolas. So from this case, I'm going to use the Mitsubishi Unis. I have no idea how they will perform on this paper, but there's only one way to find out. And they are the first batch of pencils that I have this uh, in this case. So I've opened it up. I've got my uh, I, pencil caddy right here for pencils that I pull out. And before I went live, I tried and moved my diamond painting things partially over to my left. And also, I moved some things over to my puzzle table. Going to open the blinds to see if we can get a little bit more light in here. That picture is just so dark, but I can't make it any brighter, so you'll have to bear with me on that. Okay, so let's get started. I don't have any colors picked out, which is really unusual for me because I'm not a pantser. I work, pretty much from pattern, but it's a pumpkin and it's kittens, and so it's going to be a lot of orange and yellows. So I figure I just grab some pencils from the Mitsubishi Unis and go with it. And we're going to just dive right in. Whoever's here, welcome. You don't expect me to go live on a Thursday afternoon. Hey, Beth Ann, hi and welcome. Um, I was compelled to color this picture today after doing my flip through, and I thought I would go live for about an hour. It's not going to be a long live, but I thought I would grab this coloring book, and I'm trying to reach for my pencil sharpener uh, because I just wanted to color this picture. And I decided to go ahead. This is Kanoko Agusa's newest one, which is Symphony of Cute Animals. It just came from Amazon. I ordered it from Amazon Japan a few days ago, and it surprisingly came today. And I thought I have to color that pumpkin page. I just have to. I know that I won't finish it in the course of this live, but at least I can get started while this truck drives by my house. It is a beautiful book. I will tell you though, if you have her other two books, Menuet de Bonheur and Rhapsody in the Forest, that this book is much smaller. Her other two books are 10 by 10, which is the same size as the Johanna Basford books and the Erie books, whereas this book is 8.5 by 8.5. I don't know what that is in metric, but that's what it is in US measurements. So I thought I would just do this. And if somebody comes and they want to watch and talk with me while I do this, great. If not, then I'll know that impromptu lives aren't for me. But I just, like I said, I felt impelled to give it a go and to reach into that pencil case and see if these pencils will work okay on this paper. I know the Prismas work well on this paper, even the luminances work well. I'm doing some flicking and I'm not getting as much color with this orange, and it is the darkest orange. The Mitsubishi Uni set has 100 colors, and that's the set that I chose. You love animals pretending to be humans or doing human things. Oh, they intimidate you? You know, they do me, but I will show you a page that I'm exceptionally proud of that I really worked hard on, and it gave me the confidence to stay with her work. Let's see which book it is. Okay, it's not this one, but I don't know if I want to show you that. Some of the color looks faded. We'll pass on me showing off. Let me just check this other one. Like I did one of her postcards, for example, and I like that. You know, I felt good about doing that skin on that postcard. Of course, I never mailed it. Well, I did this little beach page. Not exceptionally proud of it, but I like it. Um, I did this one, and I've really played with the grass on this one. I tried to use 3 or 4 colors, so I like these books. This was the first picture I colored in this book. I tried to make wallpaper look like wallpaper. I didn't really succeed. Sorry for that background noise. So I thought, let's get the Mitsubishi Unis out and see what we can do with this book for about an hour. And I checked to make sure no one else was live. I pulled out a brown. This is burnt ochre. So I pulled this out of the browns. I'm going to switch colors for a few minutes. I want to get a deeper brown in there, and I think I achieved that. I want to say a deeper orange, but I didn't want it to be as bright. So I'm kind of glad I pulled this out. I'm not going to use this much, but only like near the base. When you come to this channel, you're not coming for a tutorial. You're coming to keep me company. You have to go to other skilled colorists if you want any kind of coloring lessons that you'll remember. With me, you're just going to get company. So how have you been doing, Beth Ann? And believe it or not, I've got my switch literally right next to me on my nightstand, not even on its stand, because I keep saying I'm going to play it. And I haven't touched it. I just either I'm reading or I'm diamond painting or I'm working on my jigsaw puzzle, and I just haven't given any attention to that game. I still plan on talking to Candace and flattening my island. I just haven't had the time. I did lay in bed and watch TV for several hours last night, so I could have multitasked with the game, but I didn't do it yet. So now I'm going to bring the orange back that I started with. I will tell you that I'm not too impressed with these pencils on this paper. And if I stay as unhappy as I feel, I will switch to a different pencil, but I'm going to try to bear with it. How's your husband coming along, Beth Ann? Is he recovering okay? I think I asked about physical therapy. You weren't quite sure on that. Usually when I have back surgeries, I go to rehab, inpatient rehab for a month. I don't even come home after my orthopedic surgeries. Oh, see, it felt like a little bit like it just tore my paper. I don't really like these on this paper. So let's move this to the side for just 1 minute. Try the artezas. I'm going to grab just a random orange in the artezas and just, okay, much better. Okay, we're going to get somewhere now. So the Mitsubishi Unis, if anybody's watches this, is watching it or will watch it back, do not like this paper. I am gliding across the paper with the artezas. So we're going to just totally switch over. Of course, I've got to darken this, but I just grabbed the first orange. I will just color on top of what I have already. I'm not going to erase it, but we won't continue with the Mitsubishi Unis. And I do like the Mitsubishi Unis. I'm just not happy with the way they felt on this paper. Yeah, see, I'm gliding. Of course, I just went out of the line because I'm gliding so easily. You created a new entrance and you loved how it turned out. Beautiful. You're going to finish the resident service building, figure out what to do with your able sisters and your cranny. And I'm glad Tyler's doing good. They were the Mitsubishi Unis at the end, but I hated them. So I switched over to the Arteza, the 120 set. That's what I'm going to work with right now. Hi, Nick and Tina. Very welcome to my impromptu stream, like the title says, an unscheduled stream in the Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Igusa. This just arrived from Amazon Japan. And I thought I would work on the pumpkin for about an hour. It's not going to be a long stream. I have my meeting tonight at 7, and Shalene's going live this afternoon. So if I go live now, I can do my Bible reading and other studying between this stream and Shalene's stream and be ready to do my meeting at 7. So I just thought I would, yes. So these pencils work great on this paper. They work much better than the Mitsubishi Unis. Felt like, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it was a very uncomfortable feeling. I wasn't getting any real content. I felt like I was going over but not into the tooth of the paper with the Unis. Now, I don't think, no, I was going to say I never colored a pumpkin, but I think I did color one pumpkin from a PM Smart book years ago. So where to leave the highlight will be a challenge. Hi, Michelle. Welcome to my channel. I did message Michelle earlier and asked her if she was going live because I don't want to make a habit of going live when someone else is live, and no one was live as far as I could tell. But you know how YouTube can be and not give us good notifications, so someone could be live and I just wouldn't know it. You know, I'm going to use my electric sharpener, so bear with me for 1 moment. By using that sharpener, I can do I can flick better because I have a better point. So I'm going to grab a darker orange and put some more at the bottom after I give this one more layer to cover over where I went with the Mitsubishi Unis. I started with the Mitsubishi Unis, Michelle and Nick, and was not very happy. Very slightly out of frame. Okay, we'll fix that one right now. There we go. Back in frame. Please forgive me. Yeah, let me know when I'm out of frame or if I'm buffering or if you can't hear me well. One thing you will hear is my husband sneezes. He has the loudest sneezes I've ever heard. Excuse me 1 minute. So I do have my office door closed, but if he sneezes, it will penetrate the door. He's got a heavy sneeze. He's got really bad allergies. Probably my cats, but we deal with it. I'll give you a little update on Olivia. She is now 8 pounds 10 ounces because when a newborn comes into the world, they lose up to, I think, 10% of their body weight. So when she was born 8 pounds 5 ounces, and when she came home, she was something like 7 pounds 9 ounces, and now she's up to 8 pounds 10 ounces. So she's gained all of her birth weight back and 5 ounces to spare. She's still the exact same height. She hasn't grown any longer than 20 inches, and she's doing great. Demetrius really, really dislikes her. He doesn't want mom and dad to give her any attention. So they have that headache, which is not surprising because he's only 19 months old, so he doesn't understand sharing the affections of his parents. I mean, if he understood that, then I would think that something was really wrong. I mean, come on, he's only a little baby himself. He insists on being picked up, which, we always all carry him. And Ari had a C-section, so she really shouldn't be picking him up. So he doesn't understand that, and it makes him angry. I'm louder than you, Michelle. Well, that's because I have a mic on. My voice is too soft to do videos without a microphone. When I do chats with my sisters, they all yell at me because they can't hear me when we do video chats. I didn't mean to color that way. I don't know why I just said. I can't stay in the line. Do you see I'm constantly going on something that I shouldn't go on, but we won't worry about that. So this orange is going to be nice and bright. Now somebody recently did a purple orange, and Beth Ann, do you have any oranges in the game yet? Because I heard that oranges. Do you have any pumpkins in the game yet? Because I heard that the pumpkins will be in 2 or 3 different colors. Do you have any yet? I got to stop playing Animal Crossing because I'm missing all the fall stuff. I will say that even though I'm trying to loosen up on the pencil, I really am pushing this pencil into the tooth of the paper. And that's a little disconcerting to me because I want it to be smoother. But I've never colored in this book, quite obviously, since I just got it. So I will try yet a third pencil on my next picture. Not this one. We'll stay with the Mitsubishi, the Artezas. I love the Artezas. Prismacolor would be my favorite. Luminances would be my second favorite. And the Black Widows used to be my third favorite pencil, but I will say that the Artezas are probably my third favorite pencil. I like the Holbeins, but because at the time I bought them, they weren't open stock, I didn't want to overuse them. So I do enjoy the Holbeins. I just don't use them as much. Use the different colors to customize the decorations you can make. They come in orange, yellow, green, and white. Oh my word. Okay, Beth Ann, I've got to sit down with that game. I've got to. I just have to make the time. Pencil sharpener time, guys. There you go. I've got to sit down with that game. It's really a fun game. I think I played almost 400 or 500 hours. I just okay. Here's my issue, guys. When I get depressed, I lose interest in just about everything. Reading is my panacea. 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 Reading is my soft place to fall. So when something happens that I get triggered in my depression, I read pretty much nonstop. And when I hit a depression, not the one that I had last week, but the one before that, and the one before that, I lost interest in Animal Crossing. So I went from playing 4 or 5 hours a day to not playing for 2 months. And then no, not playing for a month. And then I played for one day. All my villagers said, "Where have you been this last month? It's been a month since I've seen you." So I gifted all of my villagers, and then I didn't play for another month again. And then I came here on my channel, and you guys, I think it was this channel, started talking about the game, and it really does make me want to play again. Especially now that there's different things going on with the fall season. So I'm going to use this color here to fill this in, and then I will start to create a highlight. And I did not look at any reference photos. I'm just going with my gut, I guess, if I can use that word. So I will just color this in, and then I will blend it more once I get the highlight, and then I will lessen the highlight. Bethann, where do you get the pumpkins from? That I have no idea. In the game, where I don't have a single pumpkin. So where did the pumpkins come from? Are you getting them on your island, or are you going to a mystery island and getting them? Please do tell, because I haven't played. I know that it's bumpy right now and it's not smooth, but don't worry about it. We'll blend it all in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab I should have done something. I'm grabbing my swatch book because I think I found in Arteza blending combo, I should have used this. Arteza combo is lemon, sunflower, Tuscan sun, pumpkin orange, and blood orange. Why didn't I grab this first? Tuscan sun, sunflower, blood orange, which we already have out. Okay, so we're going to use this one right here. Sorry for using my middle finger. It's a bad habit I have. Okay, so we've got to sharpen a couple of these. Not all three of them, just two of them. Leaf has them in Cranny, but they're cheaper from Leaf. Just buy the bushes and the flowers. Okay, I'm going to try to play this game again soon. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm glad I pulled out that swatch book. I still see some bumpiness. I have to work on this right here. But let's do this. We'll just stay right here for a minute. I'm going to try to blend this in. Of course, I can use my blender stick when I feel satisfied with the colors. White pumpkins. I would love to see white pumpkins in the game. Did you make a special area or did you make a pumpkin patch or anything like that, Bethann? Okay, you water them 3 times a day, then pumpkins will grow. Okay. Bethann has been only playing a few weeks and she's giving me lessons for the game. I love it. Okay, so let's go with this one. It's not perfect, but if I had used that swatch blending guide in my swatch book, I would have done better from the beginning. So we're just going to call this one as close as we can get, and we need a blender. Give me one moment to find it. Okay. I'm trying to carefully reach my diamond painting stuff while I look for my blender. Give me one moment. There we go. Now I'm just going to take the Caran d'Ache blender and try to smooth out these colors, see if that's doable. It's a little rocky there, but that's okay. Oh yeah, it's working. Let's see if we can get this up here. Okay, so we didn't get the top part very well, so let's use a couple of the colors up here. Now this paper isn't the best paper. I don't even know how to describe this paper. The only way I can even relate how this paper is if you had Menuet de Bonheur or Rhapsody in the Forest, and then you'd have an idea what kind of paper this is. So the paper it's not the best tooth. The pencil's really not getting into the tooth of the paper. The pencil is sitting on top of the paper. So I'm working pretty hard to try to get it blended, but I'm content. I think I can live with that. I think I can live with that. Smooth this out a little bit more. Let's see, what else? Okay, I can tell you what I've been reading. I read 2 cowboy books. One's in the bedroom, and I have one in here, and they're by Carly Bloom. I had this second one for review, and I don't like to read books out of order, so I grabbed the first book. I checked my bookshelf because the publishers send me books. Like, I'll give you an example. Here's a stack of books that I just got in the past few days. And there's one at the bottom. So the publishers send me these books, and I try to get them read and reviewed. So when I started one of the books I was going to read, I discovered that it's the second book in the series. So I went in my living room and I pulled moved things around, and I found the first book in the series, which the one is the Cowboy Come Home, and what was the other one? The other one's in the bedroom. Big Bad Cowboy and Cowboy Come Home. There is a novella, but I didn't have the novella, which I don't always feel bad if I don't read the novella. I also read I'm reading an Amish book, and I also read an Amish book. So Light Shines on Promise Large. That's an Amish book that I read a couple of days ago, and I'm reading an Amish book right now. I don't have my Kindle in here. It's the His Pretend Amish Bride. And the one that I'm reading is basically about a woman, a young Amish woman who's intended broke her heart, and it happens to be in a store, and while she's in the store, an Englisher, they call the Amish call the non-Amish Englishers. An Englisher comes in the store, and she's trying to make better deals, like get something for nothing with her money. And the store owner is a young man. I think his name is Jacob. And she's like, well, maybe if you don't understand me, your wife will understand me. So they kind of act like they're married in order for the English customer not to take advantage of their kindness and their generosity. So I didn't get very far in that book. I'm only like 20%, but something is holding Jacob back from being willing to date the young woman, and I think her name is Rebecca. But like I said, I didn't read very far into that one. Did I read? Let's see, what else did I read? I'm not sure. I think that's pretty much all I read this week is the 2 Carly Bloom books, Light Shines on Promise Lodge, that fiction, that Amish book. Light Shine on Promise Lodge was different than some of the Amish books I read. These were progressive Amish. They weren't following the old order, and they use an Amish word for that, but I don't know quite how to pronounce it. So they they themselves were almost the victims of foul play from someone that came in and said that the bishops didn't like the way they were conducting their lives, and they were too far from the time honored traditions of Amish living. And that book was really good. It was more mystery than it was anything else. I read Amish books because I read a lot of psychological thrillers, and I read a lot of crime fiction and detective fiction. So reading the Amish books gives me a break from that. Plus, I read a lot of historical fiction, mostly World War II, Auschwitz concentration camp, Hitler, and things of that nature. So sometimes I need a something to bring me down from the stress of the heavier books that I read. All right, Beth Ann. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate your visit, and hopefully I'll get back to my game. And you made a pumpkin carving station on your game. All right, so I've got to get back to the game. But thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. And I hope that Tyler gets better faster and faster from his surgery. Aside from reading, I finished a diamond painting. I showed it on my last stream. And I also am making very slow but definite progress on my difficult jigsaw puzzle. It's extremely hard, so I try to spend an hour a day on it, because any more than that, and I would get really frustrated with the lack of progress. So that is, so each morning I get up and I sit down at my puzzle table, and then I sit down at my diamond painting. And the reason I sit at my puzzle table before my diamond painting is I know if I don't start on the puzzle I will get so much into my diamond painting that I won't want to do my puzzles. Thank you so much, Nick. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I got two more huge diamond paintings from Dreamer Designs, and I did flip throughs of those. And I have another one coming in. I have another 4 coming in from Dreamer Designs, and one coming in from New Homie, which Anne had on her channel. I only bought one from New Homie because I don't think it's DMC, and I wanted to make sure I liked it, so the price is right. So hopefully I'll enjoy it, because if I do, then I would probably buy more from New Homie, because they're about a fifth of what regular diamond paintings are from Dreamer Designs, Treasure Art Studios, and Diamond Art Club. Nick, do you mind telling me how you and Tina store your diamond paintings? Do you store them in the original containers, or do you hang them up? Do you kit them when you first get them? How do you handle your diamond paintings? Because I've got 3 huge ones from Dreamer Designs that I want to do something with, but I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to kit them, if I'm going to keep them separate, if I'm going to hang them up on hangers. So how do you handle your diamond paintings, Nick? I'm not asking Michelle because I know she currently just has one, but now I think I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have about 10, so I've got to figure it out, with at least 5 more coming. And then I have some in my wish list, so I know that, and I just got paid, so I know I'm going to be getting some more. Just have to figure out storage. Just trying to break up this line. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's driving me crazy. So that's about all I guess I can do there. I'll try to get some color behind these flowers. You put them in the box they come in. How many diamond paintings do you guys have, Nick? Oh, I looked up at the screen and my pencil slipped. How many diamond paintings do you guys have, Nick? I don't really want to keep them in the box they came in because they're so long. So I got rid of a couple of the, no, I broke the boxes down and I put them behind my recliner because I don't think I'm going to keep them in boxes. Your diamond painting, you stapled it to a poster board because every time you had to put it away, a lot of the drills popped out. I don't put mine away and I've never had any drills pop out, Michelle. That's interesting. Were you rolling it when you were putting it away? And how, do you press your drills down? You have 15, Nick. Okay, I'm catching up to you, Nick. I think I'm going to have 14. You press them after they come down. Okay, you roll them. Are you pressing them down as they uh oh, that's really weird. I don't think I've had a single popping drill yet, so I don't understand that. I hope I don't run into that problem. I did notice on your stream this morning, before I went and put my groceries up, that it was stapled to a poster board. I know I won't be doing that, but I just hope I don't run into popping drills. I know I said I was done with this, but we'll just do that. Okay. So let's work on the top of this. We'll start with the darkest color. And I'm not in frame, so I'm going to adjust the camera and then move the book. Sorry for that. Okay, there we go. Now I'm in frame. So you press them and they're still popping. That's, do you have a rolling thing, a rolling tool, Michelle? Or a straightening tool? Nick, do you have any popping drills? I wonder if it's a specific company. What that maybe the glue, the canvas? I don't know. I'm too new to it to fully know. So Michelle, since you stapled it to the poster board, do you have a flat place that you leave it between times that you're using it? Because since I'm going to be working on my big diamond painting on my jigsaw puzzle table, I'm going to have to move it between uses because I'm not going to stop working on my puzzle. So that's why I'm just wondering about storage, because what I was thinking, and Nick, this can kind of go to you too, that the big one that I want to work on, which is the second video that I put up yesterday or this morning. I think I might not have gotten it up until this morning. It might not even be up. I have to double check to make sure I put it up. But what I hope to do is to use a pant hanger and hang up the diamond painting when I want to work on my jigsaw puzzle. That's my hope. Whether that will be practical or not remains to be seen. Hi, Cindy. My poor thing. How are you? Please tell me your flu symptoms are going away, sweetie. Are you still experiencing chills? Cindy, Michelle, and I all have the same middle name, except mine is spelled Leigh. Nick, where do you store your diamond paintings between uses? Because you have cats just like I do. And Michelle, do you have a place to leave your diamond painting flat between uses? Like when you want to color? Sorry, I lost my breath there. When you want to color? You feel a little bit better, but you still have the chills. Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. When I caught the flu last year, I didn't get better right away and it turned into pneumonia. So I don't know. Even though I get the flu shot, I still ended up getting it. You move it on top of your bed at night, you put it back on the table. Okay, so you're shifting it from place to place. Since it's flat now, you can't roll it anymore. As you can probably sense, I'm really pushing into the non-existent tooth of the paper to try to blend. This paper does not have a lot of tooth. It's much better, obviously, than Amazon paper and some other paper, but it's not the best paper. But it'll work. It'll do. I'm sorry, guys. I got to use a pencil sharpener again. Either I'm pressing too hard or these pencils wear out quickly. Should have tried polys on this paper now that I'm thinking about it. I saw a diamond painting that said Home Sweet Home. I think, I'm not sure why I saw it, but I was thinking about buying it for my front door. I just, because my back door is exposed to the weather, but the front door has an exterior door. So if I put it on the front door, it won't be exposed to the weather, but I might get that one. Are you talking about the Rita Berman book, which I don't know where it is right now, but if you're talking about that one, I did start on it. Very, very, very little. And I'm using the Pablos in this book. I don't even know where the picture is. Yeah, I just did that part of the rabbit. I don't like the Pablos on it, but I'm committed to using Pablos in this book. But if that's what you're thinking about, I did start with that. If you were talking to me, Michelle, I'm not sure if you were or not. I do want to welcome everybody that's here. Please do thumbs up if you want. You certainly don't have to. And those that are lurking, I welcome your attention as well. Thank you for the time, especially since this is an unplanned stream. Thursdays is not a day that I even entertain the idea of streaming, but you have to blame the postman for delivering this book and making me just feeling like I just had to do something with this book today. Just to get rid of some of that yellow. Oh, okay. Oh, because yes, you have some of the same images from the Color in Heaven magazine. Yeah, that would be great. And I'll probably use my polys. I'll try my polys. And if they don't satisfy me, then I'll just use my Prismas because I know the Prismas will work fine on this. I caught a show that I have not seen for 4 or 5 years, and it's Little People, Big World. I I think it's been at least it has to be 4 or 5 years because the older boys are married with children. The other kids are adults, and the parents are divorced. So that's a lot of years I missed that show. So last night, when I fell the other day, I really did hurt my back. So I've been taken to my bed a lot in the last day and a half. And so I watched maybe 3 episodes of that. And Matt and Amy just do not like each other at all. I mean, they were always sniping at each other the years that I did watch the show. But Zach is married with 2 children, and Jeremy is married with 1 child. I don't know much about the other 2 children. I really haven't seen much of them in the few episodes that I watched. I do need to catch up on Dancing with the Stars. I think I have 3 episodes of that and 2 episodes of The Amazing Race. Hey, Jackie, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for lurking while you color. Lurking is perfectly acceptable, but I'm so happy that you're here. I hope you are doing well, and I hope Sam is doing well as also. Oh, the youngest one doesn't want to be on the show anymore, Michelle? Oh, okay. I was wondering why. I mean, I did see him for a bit in the video for the 90th birthday party for the grandfather, but very, very little. I don't blame him. I mean, his parents pretty much hate each other's guts. I mean, I don't. If that's why he doesn't want to be on the show, I certainly don't blame him. And there's no way I'm going to catch up on the show. I'll just watch seasons 19 and 22 or 19 and 20, whatever the 21, whatever the seasons are that are on my DVR. I'm not going to try to catch up. I am interested in Matt's relationship with Karen, and I can't remember the guy that Amy's seeing. Chris, I think his name is Chris. Amy and Chris seem to be really happy, but Matt and Karen don't seem to be as happy. But it's only what we're seeing on camera. Thank you, Michelle. I turned my book a little crooked. I'm sorry about that. He told his parents he didn't want to be on the show when they were together. He was still living at home. Well, that's perfectly fine. If he didn't want to be on the show, But like I said, I hadn't seen it for years. And I mean, it's reality TV, so some things are played up for the camera, but then some things are real. And one thing that I feel is real is their animosity. It's so strong. Let me get a little of this, lighten this up a little bit right here. Try to blend that in a little bit better. I have a feeling if I was using something like Prismacolors, this pumpkin would have been done half an hour ago. But, I'm using pencils that I don't know much about on this paper. So, what else is everybody else up to? Are you coloring, reading, diamond painting, a little bit of everything, other crafts? Are you decorating for your Halloween or for fall? You put fall decorations up? What's everybody up to? I just want to see. Yeah, see, this paper isn't very good. I just wanted to feel on the other side. I'm really, really pushing the tooth of this, trying to find the tooth of this paper with these pencils. Let's see. I don't do good on my edges. Let's just, nope, see, I went out of the line. I'm really not good. I messed that up. Alley Cat hit 4,000 watch hours, lost 4 followers, so okay, well, she'll get it back. Hey, I hit 700. I guess I should let you guys know that there will be a giveaway on my Friday stream. So, every time I hit 100, you can expect a giveaway, but it won't be today. It'll be on Fridays. And I decided to hold it off until Friday because you always gain and lose. So even though I'm 700 now, it doesn't mean I'll be 700 tomorrow or the next day. I've got to get a little bit over 700 before I can do a giveaway. So I should be on Friday at 5, barring the fact that I don't know anyone else's stream schedule. So if you want to take part in my giveaway Friday, feel free to join or just join for the company. It will be international. There won't be any restrictions on the giveaway. Everybody's welcome to partake of it. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Cindy. I'm happy. You know, this channel lost a good 9 months because of my bipolar issues and the drama in the coloring community, which put a real damper on my desire to even make videos. So for me to get 700 after just coming back a few weeks ago is amazing to me. You know, so if it takes me months, I mean, I did a little mental math. It'll probably take me 4 to 6 months to get to 1,000 based on my projections. So I'm not in any rush. I'm not worried about, you know, monetization and all that. I'm not worried about that. I just want to enjoy my time on YouTube. I want to enjoy the company, and I want us to just spend time together when it's possible and let everything else happen in its own time. So we're pretty much going to call this pumpkin done. I do see needs a little bit of work right here. So let's see if we can smooth this baby out. Oh, I just pushed into the tooth of the paper, so I may not be able to do anything right here. No, I should not have used the blender without finishing this up. So it's not perfect, but it's done. That's my pumpkin. So I will put these in the pencil caddy while I find some brown for the stem. Awesome, Jackie. And everybody who's not familiar with adult coloring for UFOs, which I believe everybody is, she hit 1,000 herself. So she's got the watch hours, she's got the numbers, and she is on her way. That's fabulous. Thank you so much, Cindy. Appreciate that, sweetie. Guys, my enthusiasm level isn't as exuberant as it usually is. I have to be honest that I'm experiencing a lot of pain, and it's got me kind of down. So my joy that I usually have when I stream isn't as high as it could be. Stupid fall. I thought it was just the weather, and Tony's like, no, you know why it hurts. It hurts because you fell. And I'm like, I guess you're right. She'll get there, Michelle, because if it's only 4 followers, you know, if she continues to stream the way she does, which I don't catch her because she comes on too late for me, she'll get there. She'll get those numbers right back. And that's why I'm not worried about me with my 700, because this 700 today could be 695 tomorrow. That's just the way that it happens. Thank you, Michelle. And so very welcome, Jackie. I'm really proud of you. And I love how you stream with your husband. I think that's fabulous. You guys are a great team, and you're so talented, and it's a lot of fun. So you deserve anything that comes your way, young lady. I see I missed a spot down here at the bottom. If you're trying to see what I'm doing off screen, it was that little spot behind that flower. So I will keep my pencils out in case I want to try to touch it up later. Yeah, she expected it. Yeah. It's the way of the world with YouTube. We're going to lose followers. And it's not. One moment, please. Usually, like when we lose followers, it's not because of anything negative. It's just that people, their interests change, or, what I try to do though, when I'm not interested in a channel, I still see some white spots on my pumpkin guys, is I just take notifications off. I don't unsubscribe from channels I don't enjoy anymore. I just try to unsubscribe, but some people will unsubscribe. But it's a kind of a fluid thing, YouTube. But speaking of followers, I don't know if anyone's big on Instagram. Like on Twitter, I'm almost at 2,000 Twitter followers, and I'm well over 1,000, not well over, but I'm over 1,000 on Instagram. And that all pertains to my blogging. So I'm doing great on Instagram and Twitter. My Facebook blog page has close to 500. So my blogging is going great. My blog itself gets, it used to get 4,000 or 5,000 views a month. Then it got about 10,000, and now it's getting about 11,000. So the blog is going great. Now we'll just see if this channel goes in that direction. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, I'll be okay about it. As long as I can read and blog every day, I'm not really overly worried about the channel. I just want to enjoy myself and enjoy my friends. And I've got to pull this orange out because I keep finding white spots in this orange. Look at that, those lines. Okay. I really mean it, Jackie. I really mean it, sweetheart. I'm so glad that watching different channels helps you to cope with your anxiety, Cindy. And I'm glad it makes you laugh, because you know what? This world on its worst day was pretty horrible. And now with COVID and this whole Black Lives Matter thing, it's even really bad. I did listen to a Bible talk about coping with today's anxieties in a troubled world today. And I needed that because, when I get into a lot of physical pain, it exacerbates my emotional pain. And I was kind of toppling downward. Uh-oh. We don't have a tip on this pencil. Give me a second, please. Now, that's never happened to an Arteza pencil to me before. A tip break off completely like that. That's a first for me. I tell you, if you want to laugh, and I'm not really trying to promote anybody, but if you really want to laugh while watching YouTube, watch Mrs. Coffee. She's too much. She's a diamond painter, and she also crochets, and that's where I find I get most of my laughs. Mrs. Coffee gets an average of 400 or 500 people at every stream, and gets close to 1,000 in super chats every Friday night. So $1,000, not viewers. So Mrs. Coffee has her pulse on the community. She brings joy like I've never seen. Oh boy, this green pencil just does not want to keep a tip. What is wrong with this pencil? I'm lightening up my hold on this green pencil so I don't have to sharpen it anymore. Now I had the 72 set of Artezas, so with having this set of 120 or 96 is Spirit, having this 120 set means that in my craft drawers I've got all the other ones, so I will have a lot of these as backup pencils as time goes on, the more I color. She really is, Cindy. She really is. I don't even know why I'm thinking about her, but I think it's because of her attitude towards followers. If you like people, you're gonna stay with them, and she's a good teacher to me, even though she doesn't have any idea that I'm saying this and never will know. Well, Anne, hi, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming in for support and love. And I have to reorganize my new diamond paintings, but I do have a few packets of baggies that I was going to contact you about. I bought sturdier baggies from Amazon today, so I will give you all of the baggies that I won't be using, and that's probably going to be quite a few packages, maybe 4 or 5. So I was thinking about you, and I watched your video where you mentioned that you are kitting things up in a certain way and that you could use the extra baggies. So I'll be getting in touch with you once I get a few things in from Amazon that I'm going to use to organize my diamond painting things. My pleasure, Anne. I bought a lot of accessories, and so I bought stuff that I may not need or use, and then I'm using a lot of the things that I bought, so I bought even more. And do you mind if I ask you a diamond painting related question, please? Anybody who's not familiar with this screen name Crafting with Anne, look at that beautiful picture. It's a colorful life. My question, Anne, is I have several smaller. There we go. We're back. We're back. Okay, my question, Anne, was I saw that you iron your canvases, and I understand how to do that, so that's not my question. Is do you hang them up? Obviously, you're probably not going to roll them back up after you iron them, but are you hanging them up with the wooden hangers? I'm trying to figure out where to store the 7, 4, 5, 8. I have 8 diamond paintings that I need to figure out how I want to store them. I don't like them just being around in my craft in my office. So my question is, do you hang up your diamond paintings between uses? And if you do, where do you keep your drills so that everything's accessible to you when you're ready to diamond paint? That's my question, and I'll be quiet. And Anne, I did buy from New Homey. I only bought one so I can see what their quality is like. So I'm really excited to get that painting whenever it gets here in probably a few weeks. I think it's coming from China, so it's going to be a minute, but I'm excited to try that. You have 3 large sweater containers under your bed. You have to remember that I don't go for the big diamond paintings too often. Okay, so you don't iron them until you're ready to do them. I thought you were ironing and hanging them up. And then a sweater container under your bed. Okay, so I need to buy one of those then. They go on the dining room table and stay until you're done. So what do your cats are good about your stuff, Anne? My cats, I just put a picture on Instagram. My cat climbed on top of my puzzle shelf all the way up top. He could still be up there because I have no idea how he's going to jump down. So I'm just wary of where I'm going to leave because I have a huge one that I really want to start working on in the next couple of days. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with it between uses. So thank you for letting me pick your brain about this because diamond painting is definitely here to stay in my life, and I need to figure out storage. And another question for you, Anne. Have you had a chance to work on anything from New Homey yet? And does New Homey use DMCs or do they have their own numbering system? Sorry for the extra questions. I just still have diamond painting curiosities. Every time I think I'm done with the leaves, I see another one. Okay. So I think, I don't know how that orange got down there. Let's get rid of that. Goes to show you that there's not a lot of tooth of the paper because I can erase easily. If the paper had a lot of tooth, it wouldn't erase easily like that. At least that's my thought. Get in frame here for you guys. Can you tell I'm not a pro? If my pencil isn't perfectly sharp, I have trouble staying in the lines. Part of it's my vision. I'm legally blind and I have advanced glaucoma, so I don't see exactly like I wish I could. Like most China-based companies, their stock comes from different factories. Some will have DMC and some. Okay, so I just have to wait and see. Okay, all right. I got a real pretty one from New Homey, and if what I hope to do is as soon as it comes, I want to work on it, and that way, if I like it and I like the quality, I'll buy more from them because I know that the wait time for New Homey products will be longer than, say, Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs. But I love their prices, I'll tell you that much. I also want to buy a couple of their kits and the ones that you showed on your channel, like the little craft kits. You're going to be showing 2 diamonds. Okay, I'll definitely look out for that video, and thank you for telling us. Yeah, my kits are, I can't quite say that the sizes. One is 90 by 60, one is 75 by 60, and I think the other is 45 by 60. So I have 3 huge ones. I have not bought anything from GPFKE yet. I have seen a couple of the videos. Maybe I'll buy one from them today too. Thank you, Ann. Maybe I'll buy from GPFKE today. And then that way I'll be able to test one of theirs and then New Homies as well. Yeah, you're probably wondering why somebody with serious vision problems colors diamond paints and works on jigsaw puzzles. But I asked my ophthalmologist, am I straining my eyes by doing the crafts that I do? And he said, I'm not straining my eyes. The damage that's in my eyes is there whether I do these things or not. So as long as I can see those small pieces for the jigsaw puzzles I do and the drills, I will do my hobbies. Because eventually I won't be able to see, but as long as I can see, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I love your crafting with Anne videos, and I don't watch as much as your Colorful Life channel because I wasn't really coloring, but now that I'm coloring, I'm trying to watch as much as I can on all the different platforms. I still follow BookTube as a blogger. I kind of have to keep my pulse on that. Okay. I'm not going to stay on too much longer, guys, because I only wanted to stay on about an hour, since this is an impromptu stream. So maybe I will color these bottom flowers, these 3 here, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see which, I'm going to go over that. You know what, Anne? I've slowly started to do them again. What I want to do is wrap-ups and maybe TBRs, and then some book reviews. So I'm glad that you say you missed them because I want to get back to that. Especially like I wrote up some reviews the last couple of days, and I write the stuff from heart. So there's no reason I can't speak on these books by heart at the same time. So thank you for saying that, and I'll get more of them out there. How are all your fur babies and cats and dogs? How are they all doing? Yeah, Anne's funny and sweet. She's a beautiful combination. Oh, that's so sweet, Anne. What you just said to Jackie, that's so sweet. Human and fur are doing well. I'm glad. That means your parents and your son are doing good. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. We'll do. I don't know. I guess we'll go with yellow. Am I? Nope. I am totally making it so you can't see anything I'm doing. I'm not going to put a lot of color because this background is more like wallpaper than anything else. And that's something that Kanoko Agusa does in a lot of her pictures is wallpaper. I still love it though, don't get me wrong, but it's wallpaper, guys. And that's what this is. This is wallpaper. You're very welcome, Anne. Very, very welcome. Yeah, sledgehammer for each of you. And I remember when I first saw your garden video, or videos plural, I told my daughter, I said, her garden is bigger than the circumference of this apartment. And we have a huge apartment, which means you have a huge garden. At least I think your garden's bigger. I love it. You would do so good at it, Anne. You would. Jackie, I applaud you and Sam for what you're doing. That can't be easy. I'm going to add some color into the bigger part of the flowers, and then I think we will call it a day. See, I don't like the fact that this really doesn't blend well, but it's the paper, not the pencils, because the Artezas are very good pencils. Jackie, do you and Sammy have a time frame, or are you just going to wing it? All right, guys. It's only been an hour and 17 minutes, but I only had planned on being on for an hour today, so I will call it a day. I did ask Jackie a question, but I can always ask her when I see her on her stream. But this is all I've done for now. I'm going to rest up my hands, especially my right hand. It's kind of stiff. And then I will work on my kitties. And I want to thank everybody for being here. You're very welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being here. I thank everybody for being here. I will be back tomorrow evening around 5, and I will do a giveaway for my 700 subscribers. Love and hugs to you, and love and hugs to everybody in the room. There's Michelle here, Jackie, Cindy, all the lurkers. I love all of you guys. And I appreciate everybody taking the time to come watch me. I hope that by tomorrow, this little dark mood that I'm experiencing and all this pain will have lessened so that I have a little bit more to offer you guys. But I want to thank you for your time. Bye. Oh, Nick and Tina, they were here. Thank you, Nick and Tina. Love to everybody. Bye-bye.